simply because we love her. Trust me, if I punish her, there will be no love involved whatsoever.
Samore Love Bugs, you have now tuned into my haves and have-nots recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done so. Share this video wherever you like to share videos. And I will put a link to my other channel so that you can check out my love and hip-hop reviews, which I put up every Tuesday morning. Okay, yes, your girl be on it. Alright, so, you know, I love me some haves and have-nots. I mean, this show is just so exciting each and every time. And you guys, I know that you've been tweeting back and forth with me, so definitely, you know, have fun doing that as well. I try to do live tweets in the midst of me taking my notes. So definitely check me out, Samore's World, S-A-M-O-R-E-Z, like zebra, world. And yeah, you can tweet me there. Okay, it's also the same thing for all my social networks like Instagram and Snapchat and everything else. It's all Samore's World. So you can check me out wherever. Alright, so now let's get right into this recap. So the police officer, the same gentleman that we saw from the last episode, he is at Candace's door. And it seems like he just knows so much. And the reason why is because the little old lady, she keep on calling the police station all the time because of the homeowners union. And the reason why he was there this particular time is because Quincy, he had left his car across the street from Candace's house, which is kind of like in front of her house. And if you're going to meet somebody or visit somebody, because of the whole homeowners, whatever, they supposed to have it in front of their own house, not in front of somebody else's house. So she called the police. So he came and he told her that, so now she knows. And they go and dig in Quincy's pocket to get the key. Her and Jeffrey. I'm saying David. Her and Jeffrey. And while they was doing that, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Why is it that he ain't washed off the keys before he went outside with the keys? I mean, the keys was just like full of blood. Nothing but pure blood all over the keys. And I'm like, seriously? Like, I mean, I know you guys ain't real criminals, but common sense, baby? I mean, for real? Like, they go outside and he don't even know how to use the car. Because it's like, I guess because of the version of car it was, maybe it was like an old car. He was just like, oh gosh, like the way that he had to turn it on, he couldn't even get the damn car on. We also learned that the old lady is not just an old lady, she's not just an old nosy neighbor. And yeah, it's always some neighbor, and usually it's an older one that don't have anything better to do that do stuff like this. Like, you know, that's why I be trying, and I said this on Twitter, I be trying not to talk to too many people because then everybody want to be all up in your business, and I'm not with it. Like, excuse me? You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes it can come in handy to have neighbors that you kind of have little conversations with here and there because then you get the scoop. But, I don't want y'all all up in my business. So anyways, Candace, she was pulling out all the little tricks and stuff trying to get this man to kind of flirt with her. But he said that he was happily married. She was like, he said that he was married. Then he said, she was like, happily. You know, because that's the new thing nowadays. If you're married, it's like, are you happily married or are you just married to be married? So he's like, yes, very happy. So it's like everything she was trying, it was not working. You know, she even came out freaking butt naked. Bucket naked. Y'all remember that song back in the days? But anyways, came out butt naked. And he was just like, he looked a little bit, seemed a little stunned. But then he was just like, put on some clothes. So anyways, the old lady, she's not just an old lady or just a nosy neighbor. She's also the police officer's mother. And the chief of police is like her brother-in-law or some family member to her. So she's very into the whole law enforcement stuff. So that's one of them that you gotta watch. Like, she watching everything that Candace do. Why she had 3 men in the house since she got here? She just moved in the other day. You know, why is she eating takeout? business, you know. See, I don't like to be disrespectful, but I tell y'all, I don't have too much patience for certain things, and something like that would definitely got under my skin. Like I probably would have said something, because I just would have been so upset. Like, really, like, you're all up in my business like that? Don't watch me. Go watch some TV. Go watch some Jeopardy or something. You want a DVD? I'll give you a DVD to go watch, but don't be watching me like that. Like, for real? Anyway, so now Benny, he finds Hannah and he tries to like reason with her. He went to a whole bunch of different hotels trying to get her, and he finally found her. And then he says that the reason why he didn't tell her everything is because he was trying to protect her. And she's like, you can't protect me from a lie. And or you can't protect me with a lie. And then he's like, oh yeah, just like how you tried to protect me from me knowing that guy was his father. And, you know, once he said that, she kind of couldn't really say anything else. It was like, checkmate. What you got now, Mom? You know, because it's true. Like, people do a lot of things, but they don't want it to be done to them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to protect you with this lie, but yeah, you did it too. But you want to take offense to it. So maybe I should be a little more upset. Perhaps. Catherine and Catherine and Veronica, they're in their little cell, and Catherine is starting to get a hunch. She's starting to feel some type of way, because she feels like something must have happened to Wyatt for him to go to this like extreme. Because the way that he's acting, she said the only time that he's ever acted like this was when he came back from camp after he was sexually abused. And she's like, things like that happen in jail, don't it? And then she's like, yeah, it does. But I felt like Veronica, she was pretty much trying to like brush her off, or kind of try to be nonchalant about it, because she knows that she's the reason that everything went down. And at the end of the day, Catherine knows her child, and she knew that something was wrong, because she's like, he wouldn't go this crazy, this extreme, if it wasn't something that really happened to him. So she's like, you know what, maybe I should talk to Jim about it. But she's like, oh no, why are you gonna worry Jim? And she's like, since when you cared what Jim felt or what Jim thought? You know, because she don't want to be outed. That's the reason why. So the DA, well, meanwhile, while that was all going down, this fool over here having a freaking binge drinking party, acting a damn fool in his parents' house. Well, in his house, in his parents' house. And he looked like he called up some drug people to come and get some drugs. And I'm like, this lady just gave you an opportunity and said that she was going to give you a drug test and try to see and she'd be able to get you your inheritance so that you would be able to get away from all this. So you'd be safe since you're so scared. And this fool is pretty much blowing everything right now just like that. I'm like, and you know, at first I was saying, you know, he's good right now, because even though he was drinking back to back, you know, he still was going to be able to pass a drug test. But now he's about to F up all his chances. Now, sometimes you can't save some people. Like, they just want to do what they want to do, regardless to how much you want to help them. They got to be willing, ready, and able to help themselves. And I feel like the trauma that he received from being in jail probably is what's pushing him to do that. And plus, he's alone right now. He probably is having a lot of thoughts, conflicting thoughts, like, damn, I just put my parents in jail. But then again, he's like, oh, F it, they didn't care about me. So I'm going to do what I have to do. Because he really thinks that his parents, well, especially his dad, was the whole person, the mastermind behind this. And his dad really didn't care, of not knowing that this is tearing up his father inside. So the DA, she asks David to go and talk to her privately, because she wants to give him a deal. But he didn't want to take any deals. He's like, nah, he's not doing that. Because he's a true loyal friend at the end of the day, regardless to anything that he's having with Jim right now. As long as Jim don't touch his wife, him and Jim is going to be good. Ride or die. I'm like, I don't know. All the things that Jim done did, I probably would have left his behind right there in the prison, in the jail. But, yeah, now we find out that this little chick had a flag. Well, she got a thing for him. I'm like, yo, true boss man that there. Yo, freaking David is a boss, okay? He is getting all the ladies. All the ladies want him, and they're stuck with some foolish woman that want to kill him off. I'm like, yo, you need to open up your eyes, man. You really do. You need to get it together. You need to get one of these other successful women. But I don't know about this DA lady. She seemed like she kind of crazy, so I might just go with Maggie Day. Not because she's a white woman, but because she seems a little more mentally stable. But she seemed like she about to lose it soon. I mean, love can make you do some crazy thing, make you lose your mind, do all kind of foolishness. I'm like, this woman is literally straddling this man while his hands are bound behind his back. I mean, it must go way deep, because even in the last episode, Veronica was saying how she didn't like her and they go way back or something like that. So I guess there's something where maybe she was trying to date him, or she was trying to, maybe she was the Maggie Day at one point. It kind of seems like it. But her intuition is right, because she knows that it was Veronica that tried to burn down the place, and that's the reason why the house burned down. Well, try to burn him alive. And she's trying to plead with him, like, why don't you see that? She's not good for you. Why do you keep on being so loyal? I'm like, dang, yo, David, you was good, because a lot of these men out here have been like, you know what? Come here, mama. Come here, baby. Shit, if I was a guy, I probably would have been like, F these vows. That's garbage. Nah, I mean, she does the most. She does too much. Have y'all been watching the episode? I mean, it's just been ridiculous with this Veronica woman. So yeah, when David comes back to Jim, he's like, yo, what happened? He's like, why didn't you take the deal? That's what Jim was asking him. And he was like, because I'm your friend. He's like, oh, well, I didn't really think that you would actually do this. And then Jim lies to David and says that he hasn't put any actions into plan. But he was like, yo, you got to promise me that you are going to handle the situation and you're going to punish your wife. I'm like, punish her? It sound like, I don't know, but when I hear punishing somebody, it sounds like you're going to take a belt and whip them or take some hot coals, or, put a belt in some hot coals and start whipping them, like a slave. I just get this weird visual in my head. Or taking some chains and just start whoosh, or whip whoosh type of thing. But my imagination's crazy, y'all. That's what I feel like when he's talking about you gotta punish her. And then he's like, what do you mean? And then he's like, you know what? I will do what I see fit. So it sounds like he's gonna do a little something. I don't know what exactly he's gonna do, but we shall see. He needs to handle the situation, but he can't even handle it. So I don't even know why Jim would tell him to do it. Because evidently, I mean, he hasn't been doing a good job. Look at all the craziness that she's been doing. Jeffrey, being a nervous wreck that he was, he gets pulled over by that same police officer. I'm like, yo, this guy was following him or something, because for real? I'm like, that was super far. You end up following him all the way. Then you talking about some put up your foot, put your hands to the side, touching. I'm like, I would have failed that on a sober day. Just drinking water all day, I would have failed something like that. Like, that's silly. What happened to the breathalyzer? Seriously? Is this what they do? Where are they? What state is this? I don't think it's New York, because that's ridiculous. Do they really do this stuff? I mean, I've seen it, similar things on TV before, but do they really do stuff like this? Like, aren't they up to date with like breathalyzers and things like that? So yeah, he ends up taking him away. He sees a little redness. He's like, is this blood? He's like, I'm like, oh my God, the jig is up. Jeffrey about to get them taken down, boy. So that was pretty much the episode, though, you guys. It that part was funny though. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. What was your favorite part? You might just get a shout out in my next video. We shall see. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.